The winner of the 2022 International Booker Prize is Tomb of Sand by Geetanjali Shree, translated by Daisy Rockwell, published by Tilted Axis Press.
I was told this is London and I should be prepared for everything. It might rain, it might snow, there might be clouds, there might be the sun, there might be the Booker. Come prepared. So I did, but I think I'm not prepared still. I'm completely overwhelmed. But I do have a few words I wrote, just in case. So I'm going to read that out. This is a bolt from the blue, but what a nice one, and I'm still reeling. I never dreamt of the Booker and never thought I could. What a huge recognition. I'm amazed, delighted, honored, and humbled. I want to start by thanking the Booker Foundation and the Booker jury for choosing this book. There is a melancholy satisfaction in the award going to it. Ret Samadhi, Tomb of Sand, is an elegy for the world we inhabit, a laughing elegy that retains hope in the face of impending doom. The Booker will surely take it to many more people than it would have reached otherwise. That should do the world no harm. Ever since the book got longlisted, much has been written about Hindi making it for the first time. It feels good to be the means of that happening, but it also obliges me to emphasize that behind me and this book lies a rich and flourishing literary tradition in Hindi and in other South Asian languages. World literature will be the richer for knowing some of the finest writers in these languages. The vocabulary of life will increase from such an interaction. I thank my Hindi publisher, Ashok Maheshwari, for bringing this book out. And equally, I want to thank my English publishers, at Tilted Axis, Deborah, Kristen, and Hannah Sabah, for taking this forward. And where would any of us be without Daisy, who has given this book its English incarnation, making it accessible for all of you. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you. Thank you. I also want to thank my French translator, Annie Monteau, who was the first who read the book and decided that she would gift it to the world in French translation. My personal debts are many. To my 95-year-old mother, who is clapping for me in faraway India. And my husband, Sudhir, who's here with me, as always, though he could not travel physically to London. My little sister and my littler nephew, they're quite big, who are here to share this moment with me, and my family and friends sitting in several continents, but with me, and as happy as me at this moment. Finally, and most importantly, I wish to say very clearly that I know this is not about Booker, Booker on the wall, who is the best of us all. I know I'm in the midst of the best, many of them, sitting here and elsewhere. And it is only that the configuration of stars so turned that a light from it caught me in its glow at this right moment. I'm lucky, honored, humbled. Thank you.
Thank you. I just jotted down some notes because I've been feeling very superstitious lately, and I felt like if I wrote a speech, I would jinx myself. So I'm going to mostly just give thanks. So my first thanks is to the Booker judges, and I can't even believe the feat of reading 135 books. It's beyond my comprehension, and I think all of us on social media those of us on social media have seen what that means by when we saw Merveille's tweet of all the books with the spines hidden on her coffee table, which was made of glass. So it's just, that's the image in my mind when I think of what you had to do, and I'm so thankful that, considering how many books you had to read, you chose to read our rather chunky text and allow it to rise to these heights. So thank you so much. I'd like to thank Tilted Axis people who have been with us all week, and our wonderful publisher, Kristen Alfaro, and then Saba Mahmood and Hannah Sandhu. But of course, the originator of this project was Deborah Smith, who was the first winner of this award. So Deborah was the one that decided, she'd read a translation of something else by Geetanjali, and she just had heard about this book, Rate Samadhi, and she wanted to find a translator for it. So, like many successful Indian couples, we had a matchmaker, and that matchmaker was Arunava Singha, the prolific Bengali translator who absolutely deserves to be up here one day. And so Arunava, thank you. I'd like to also thank my wonderful agent, Kanishka Gupta, who is watching this right now. So, I'd like to thank my husband, Aaron, and my daughter, Serafina, for putting up with me as I worked through this project. To my parents-in-law and sister-in-law, because I am also like a good Indian bahu, and I brought my pura sasural leke aayi. And they have been very good luck for me. Then I'd like to also thank those who could not travel with me, my 90-year-old father, not as old as your mother, but still as enthusiastic, from his easy chair in Massachusetts. And to my 3 cats who would prefer not to get on a plane and fly. That is Jenny Linsky, Princess Leia, and Madame Butterfly. And then I want to thank the people whose company we've been in for the last week, because it's just been such a wonderful experience. It's like belonging to a wonderful club. And I especially want to mention the shortlisted authors. As a painter, I have these images in my mind from each book, so I'm going to read them out. From Claudia Pinheiro, the nameplate and the bell tower. These are the images in my mind. Jan Fosse's crossing paint lines, the brown and the purple, and that little dog who I'm very attached to. Olga Ziente, sleeping in a cave. Mieko's pencil case, and those paintings that they go to see in the museum, which to me sound like sort of Marc Chagall paintings. That's how I see them in my mind. And then last but not in any way least, Bora's head in the toilet. Not Bora's head, but the head in the toilet, written about by Bora. And of course, the unforgivable cursed bunny, which our family all pronounces it that way, and apparently no one else does. So I love the cursed bunny. And then last but not least, my fellow translators who I've loved meeting and talking to. Anton, Francis, Damien, Sam, and David. It's been a marvelous club to join, and I hope that the club lives on after this week, because you're all very special to me.